Well, let's check in with Ubisoft and see how they're doing. They're getting a little bit of heat because they announced a new subscription service like Game Pass. Do they really have enough games for that? I don't know. If you want to buy it, that's your business. I can tell you one thing that's going to happen, though. A lot of people are going to sign up for that and play a game and bounce, because they don't really put enough stuff out for me to justify recommending that kind of service. So when Star Wars Outlaws drops or Assassin's Creed Shadows, you can bet that people are going to sign up and then leave the service, unless they have some kind of contract where you have to buy it for 6 months. But usually, most of the time, with services like this, especially when they're new, you get a month for free to try it, and then if you don't cancel, they keep you going. A lot of people do that because usually, or a lot of companies do that, because usually when people do that, they don't cancel. Gyms, a gym membership, for example. Did you know a lot of gyms make all of their money on the fact that people sign up and never come back? They just have a gym membership, pay for it, and never use it. That's where a lot of the money on like how a gym's business runs come from. I'm not kidding. Because think about it. If all of the members were showing up all the time, you'd never be able to use anything if they have a healthy running business. That is a real thing that happens. And it happens with a lot of these subscription services. People will pay for it and never use it again. And they get in revenue incoming. That's what they're banking on. But if you're smart, you could play these and then just bounce. But they have a summer showcase coming up. Looking forward to that. This is going to happen during Summer Game Fest. And what are the big ones here? Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, and X Defiant. 3 disasters in waiting. This is going to be a tough year for them. We could see multiple AAA losses for them. Some of them are quadruple A, according to them. But there was something that was funny to me that happened, and that was this manga artist who decided to dunk on Assassin's Creed Shadows and promote his comic or his manga. This is a Japanese guy, so you would call it a manga, but it's funny because that translates to comic, but whatever. So he decided to get involved in this and dunked on them to promote his book. Okay, you talk about Yusuke. Well, I remember, I draw it. How about my work, Secret Shogun, 2017 winter? This manga also has English subs, so you can read it. Enjoy. And it looks like a nice book. I don't know anything about it, so I don't know if it's too naughty or not, right? But I just think it's funny, and he's capitalizing on their stupidity. So this is some book about Yusuke's granddaughter. I believe it's his granddaughter, and it takes place a little bit after the Sengoku era, if I'm saying that right. I always kind of mess up with Japanese names a little bit, but seems okay. And I think it's funny that he's using this bumbling of Ubisoft to promote his work, which is probably infinitely better than the story that you're going to get in this game. At least I think it's funny. Man, it's going to be a hard year for Ubisoft. Imagine if all of these games fail. I'm not so sure Assassin's Creed will yet, because that has a big place with gamers. Star Wars, however, is not in a good place. Every game that they put out has kind of been a mess, minus those Dark Souls style games. Even though the sequel to that first Jedi game, no one talks about that game. Came and went. That tells me it's forgettable. I never played that one. I played like 20 minutes of it and never went back to it for some reason. I think something else dropped on top of it, but I think you could potentially see the worst year ever for this company. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.